I was just listening to a pastor the other day, and he was boasting that he drove a Rolls-Royce Ghost to Bible study. He drove a Bentley to the Saturday men's meeting. And on church day, he had a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. And I'm like, man, why would anyone in their right mind talk like that? You're just telling people that your money is supporting my lavish lifestyle. And that was what was going on. What kind of house or car do you drive? Cadillac, Mercedes, Lexus, BMW, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Ferrari, anything with status. I remember another well-known bishop would say, Jay-Z ain't the only one that could own a Ferrari. Designer clothing, living in the right neighborhood. They subscribe to the belief he who dies with the most toys wins. Billionaire celebrity preachers have it wrong. They say Jesus would fly in a private jet. Who in their right mind would say that? Jesus is a spirit. He'd fly on his own, I guess wings, okay? Ride in a limousine, eat and drink the finest food and drink if he was on the earth today. Such fools. Some own homes as big as a city block. They require extensive intercom systems so that they can talk to their relatives that are in the house. Could you imagine a house that was 40,000 square feet? He needs an intercom just to figure out where everybody is, right? This same guy said that he has 8 to 10 chandeliers that cost $27,000 a piece. How about owning 2 to 3 jets to get across the country? Living your best life now. Matthew. Okay. Then Jesus said to his disciples, assuredly, I say to you that it's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. That's something you need to remember. For the camel to get through the eye of the needle, a gate, some people say that the eye of the needle is a gate, they would have to unload the cargo to pass through the opening. And so also the rich that want passage to heaven, they're going to have to unload a few material things as well. Our church leaders, especially those delivering a rhema word like you have Doug and Paige doing, should be well compensated. Our pastors should not be broke. They should not be poor. They should have more than enough. These men and women labor hard for the congregation and the church and should be well paid. But to be multimillionaires and billionaires, I think they should remember that they can't take it with them. I think they should rightly leave an inheritance for their relatives. However, what could they do for the kingdom with those excess funds? There's a man on TV, I'm not going to mention his name, but I bet you can remember. Last name starts with a C. Says he's a billionaire. He's an older man. I think he's 88 now. And I say to myself, why doesn't he take that money that he's got in his bank accounts and take care of people like what just happened up the street here in North Carolina? Or down in South Carolina? Or what happened out in Los Angeles? Or what happened in Maui? Why are you going to leave it in the bank when you pass off the earth for your family members to fight over when you could have done something for the kingdom? So for all those people that have that kind of wealth, and there might be some, you better think long and hard about gathering it up for yourself. And think about the God that you're going to stand in front of one day. And he's going to ask you 2 questions. What did you do for me? And hopefully he says, well done. Because if he don't say, well done, it's going to be hot where you go.